Hello, friends. Today we will start a new chapter, Tsunami. So let's start with this chapter. Very first, the question arises here that what is a tsunami? So, tsunami is a very large and powerful wave which is caused by an earthquake under the sea. In this chapter, we will study about the real life happenings, or you can say a disaster which people see and they are the witness of that incident. They have described their life experience in this chapter, and it was the tsunami which was occurred there on 26th December 2004. So it happened on 26th December 2004. Um, hit it This tsunami hits the Thailand part of India in such as your Andaman Nicobar Island and the Tamil Nadu coast. So, the very first part tell us the story about the family of Ignatius, who was the manager of a cooperative society in Kutch Hall. His wife and he they wake up because they felt a kind of earthquake there, and when the man saw that yeah it's an earthquake, he carefully took off his television and put it on the ground, and they were ready to run away. But later on, what happened, the two children who had hold the hand of their mother and mother's father and the mother's brother, they were rushing in the opposite direction of the wave, but later on, unluckily, they all swept away. Only the three children who was with the Ignatius, they were able to save. So this is the first real life story of a family, Ignatius. Later on, there's again a story which is of a Sanjeev who was a policeman there, and with he and his wife, which were they are having one baby daughter also. They all were leaving that place because they also came to know that tsunami is going to hit this place. But later on, the man Sanjeev, he was just trying to save the wife of John, who was the guest cook over there, and in that same wave, he along with his wife, the other John's wife, they both swept away. So it was the loss of Sanjeev's family, that Sanjeev lost his life when he was saving the life of John's wife, and only his wife and girl was survived. Later on, a story of Meghna, who was a 13-year-old girl. Meghna was and Meghna was swept along with her parents and 77 other people also. But later on, she 2 days floating in a sea, maybe she got a log of wood under the water, and she survived herself for the 2 days while floating in that sea. And 11 times the relief helicopter just from overhead of Meghna. She saw that relief helicopter for 11 times, but they were not able to see her. But she bought on the shore by the wave, and then she can walk, and she survived herself. The next story is of Almaz Javed, who was a 10 years old a girl. She was studying in their Carmel convent, which is in Port Blair. Now, her father was having a petrol pump, and her mother, Rahila, was living in a non Corvey island. So, she was living there in Nan Corvey's island, and the family went here to celebrate Christmas. But when Alma's father woke up early in the morning, he saw that the water of the sea was rushing back with a great force, and he asked everyone to just wake up and just save their life while going to a safer place. When they were running, her grandfather hit on the head with something, and he fell down. And the father of Almas, he was running to save him, but later on a giant wave come and both the father and his grandfather swept away under the water. So this was the stories of Alma's family. Alma's mother and aunt also, they were standing near under the coconut tree while holding the leaves of coconut tree, but the up, tree was uprooted, and then they both, the aunt and the mother of Alma, was also swept away. But only the life of Alma's was saved. She found a log of wood under the water, and then she just climbed on it and she got fainted. And when she woke up, she was there in a hospital. Later on, this is now the second part of the story where we will study about another family. And this family was the Smith family. They were living in the southeast England, and they went there to celebrate the Christmas. So what happened? This family, when they were celebrating the Christmas on the beach, later on that time, um, on December 26th, the northern part of Sumatra was facing an earthquake, massive earthquake, and then the water was swelling and coming towards outside. When Penny saw that, and then what happened? The little girl, Tilly Smith, she observed, because she had read about it in her geography lesson few days before, that tsunami always arrive when any earthquake came. So when she observed that water is coming towards there, and then she asked everybody, whosoever was there on the beach, to run away, because she sensed that tsunami is coming toward them, and everyone ran behind this family, and they just went on the third floor of the hotel, and anyhow they saved their life, because when they reached in the hotel, even though the tsunami was hitting that building for 3 times, so you can imagine what of their condition. uh, The condition can happen if they remain there on the beach. Now, there in the third part, they have told us about that animals can sense any natural disasters very before and with a human being. They have observed that elephants were running, the migratory birds were changing their direction, dogs were not going outside for any kind of walk, they want to remain inside the house. So all the things they have presented in this third part, and they were trying to say that yes, they have sixth sense, they can observe any natural disasters before any human can. And they have mentioned few records also, that in Indian Ocean more than 150,000 people died over there, but not as many as animals were reported. That so it means they can sense, they can hear the negativity or any kind of wave very smartly or quickly or actively in comparison to human beings. So this was the thing which is mentioned there in this third part. And one more example they have given of the Yala beach, where they have seen that few of the people were there. Few of the people of the Yala beach, they have observed that 3 elephants were running very before when this incident happened. So these are the examples from which we can confirm that yes, animals can sense anything very before than human being. Thank you. I hope the chapter is clear.